Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is NGumah, founder of PATTERNOLOGY LAB. In today's video, we'll be going over our trades for the week. We were 2 for 3, and unfortunately, we missed one, but that's okay. Now, let's dive into Thinkorswim so that I can show you the first trade that I took, when I got in, and why I did so. The first trade that we took was on Thursday, and it was on the gold ETF NUGT. And the reason why we chose to trade this stock was because of this right here. I want you to pay close attention to this. We got in. I'm gonna grab my drawing tool, okay, and then I'm gonna change the time frame to the 1 minute time frame. All right, and then once we get into the 1 minute time frame, things starts to get a little bit more clear. If you take the drawing tool and you connect the peaks, right, and then you take the drawing tool again and you connect the support line right here, what you find yourself with is called a bearish pennant, right? And if you go on Google and you type bearish pennant and then you click on images, you will see multiple examples of the same thing happening over and over again. Like this one right here, which is a perfect example. It looks just like our chart. And then again, this one right here. And this one, not so much, but that one definitely for sure. It looks just like it. Again, to compare, this is NUGT, right? And we got in right here at around 9:13. And then we got out right when it crossed the 9 moving average. This line, this green line right here, is called the 9 moving average, meaning it calculates the average price of the previous 9 candles. Yeah, and at this point right here, the average price of the previous 9 candles was exactly 31.24. And then the way we got in is by buying put options. And in the world of options, you got to multiply that by 100. So $2 per contract is equal to $200. And we bought 2 contracts, which is $400. I'm going to bring the chart of those put options right here. Okay. Now you can see this. I took the screenshot after the trade was already done. And you can see the expiration date of those contracts was yesterday. Okay. And we got in right when the price was around $2, and then we sold it when the price of those contracts was $3. So that transformed our $400 investment into $600. That's for the first trade. Now, the second trade that we took this week was on Gilead. All right, let me look up Gilead right here for y'all. Now, this is the chart of Gilead, and the reason why I started paying close attention to this one, okay, the reason why I started doing so is because of this right here, right there. All right, let's zoom into the chart more. Now, at this level right here are a group of short sellers, meaning these are the people that are trying to short the stock. They want the stock to go down, that way they can make more money, right? And if you look on this side right here, these are the buyers. These are the expert traders, the people that expect the price to go higher. All right, these are the buyers right here at this level, and here are some buyers right there and right there. Okay, that right there alone was, I was expecting the short squeeze, which happened on Friday. I was expecting this to come either Thursday or Friday, one of these days, because of the psychology behind it. If you're a short seller at this level and you see the stock creeping up again, right, psychologically you will want to cover your position, that way you don't suffer a major loss. And that is what we anticipated. So now if we scroll down to the history, we invested $190 on this contract, and we got in at exactly 11:35 p.m. Now let's go to this chart right here, and 11:35 p.m. would be right here. I got in right here. All right, and the reason why I got in right at that exact time, right, was because earlier during the day, this chart was looking very, very, very interesting. All right, if we take our drawing tool again, and then we start connecting. Oh, not this one. If you take a drawing tool again and we start connecting the peaks and valleys, right, you can see that there is a bullish pennant forming. For those of y'all who don't know what a bullish pennant is, if we go on Google and we type bullish pennant and you click on images, you can see that there's multiple types of, you can see that there are multiple examples of the same thing happening over and over again, as always. This is what we study here in patternology. This is what we do. We look for these patterns, and then as soon as we spot them, we make sure that they match with the data that we have, and then if they match, then we take that trade. Now, this one right here is my favorite. Let me scroll down. Let me scroll down to this one. Yeah, this one right here. As you can see, there's this big pole, right? This big pole. And if you compare it with what we have, there it is. Here's the pole right here, followed by the consolidation, right? And then the breakout right here. This is where I got in. And then this is where everybody should have got in at that time, right? And now this one looks really, really interesting. As you can see, it breaks out, right? And then it has a flash crash, I call it. This is the flash crash right here. This flash crash will like test your patience, you know, and will make you want to sell, but you have to know that this pattern happened before, and this is the way it's meant to be. Now, let's compare it to our actual chart. This flash crash happened right there. That's why I like that chart so much. It looked identical to what happened in the present. See, we study the past to profit today, right? And then I held those options. I held those options all the way until right here. I sold on this candle right here at my price target of $79.50. That exit happened right after my indicator showed up. This one right here. This is where I got out. And this move was exactly a $100 profit. So I pretty much doubled my money within 2 hours. The third trade of the week is the trade that we missed out on, unfortunately. That's why we were too quick. And that trade was Cron. Let's go into the charts and look at Cron. Okay, this is the trade. This trade happened on Wednesday. Okay, stock got upgraded, right? It got upgraded at, I believe, at 10:30 on Wednesday. We look at the news, right? But that doesn't matter. What matters is the formation before the move. Okay, if you look at this chart, right? If you look very, very, very closely, and you take your drawing tool again, you can see that there is a clear and obvious pennant formation again, right? So again, this is what we trade here at Patternology. This is what we look for. We just look for them, and then once we find them, we trade them. Because, you know, because we have, once we find them, we trade them. The reason why we trade them is because we have seen this before, all right? And I have seen this before on Bank of America. The same pattern, same play, right? Happened on Bank of America on April 10, 2019. And here it is right here. Let me grab that picture that we took of Bank of America when we took that trade in 2019. And let's compare it and let's see, all right? Let's compare it and let's see. Again, we got that thing right here, which is equivalent to this. And then we got the drop, which is equivalent to that. And then we got the consolidation followed by the breakout. Okay? And if we saw this, we would have obviously traded it, you know. But since we didn't trade it, I still felt like it's definitely worth sharing. It's something that y'all can learn from, and that's something that y'all can, you know, be on the lookout for next time, because these patterns will happen over and over and over again. And we'll be here. We'll make videos about them. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like my trading style, you like the way I break down the stocks, you like the way I show you my entries and my exits and why exactly that I do it, definitely subscribe to the channel. I will post weekly, especially on the weekends. If you have any questions, make sure to put them in the comment section below. I would love to hear what y'all think, whatever question you may have, and hear your thoughts on these plays. My name is Paul with Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see y'all in the next one. Take care.